right, and as always, we are back, half-hour Henshin, to talk about the tokusatsu we watched this week. I am one of your hosts, Sleepy Witch, and I am joined by...
DJ Azure, the 2.5D Hero Talk Tuber.
I mean, we said we wanted to see more Def Gavan.
Yeah.
And we basically got it.
Yeah, and okay, I basically messaged you, on, what was it?
I think on the Sunday.
Yeah, it was on the Sunday. I'm like, man, this episode makes me sad. And it's not because of, the episode itself, being bad. No, it's like the fact that the episode was really good because I got what I wanted. I got overarching story that we've been building up to, but we know the show's gonna end very soon.
Well, I mean, we'll see. On the bright side, if they pull off a nice, finishing bit to finale, then maybe we'll just be like, well, they couldn't have dragged it on that much longer. So yeah. I'm going to wait for my full feelings on it till we have the full thing. But I'm with you, especially because, like you said, the last, 3 or 4 episodes have been what if we just have a basic plot that is not related to that stuff, and then at the very end, the last 30 seconds of the show will be oh yeah, Def Gavan's out there. Da 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 da.
Yeah, it's oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, right. Let's introduce Raya. Let's slowly kind of make him the main character now.
And even with that, I thought it was really funny that we start this episode Raya found Def Gavan. Mm-hmm. And so it starts on the 1v1 with him, and then obviously Setsuna and the police force from his layer get involved. But from then out, it's honestly it's honestly great. I mean, I do love seeing the just Def Gavan 1v2 then 1v3 worked out really great. I'm gonna be real. I love that we switch over to, regular Reiji's Earth, and we're seeing Pat Run, and they're like, oh, Pat Run has passed the first layer of exams to become Gavan.
It's actually really fun. Oh, cool. This is the stuff that we thought we were gonna see 4 episodes ago too.
Yeah, it was cute. It was wholesome. So obviously we already knew his last name is Doki. It's a heartbeat. Okay, we get it. But then when they went Rage E, and I'm like, they named this man Rage E when he's the fucking Rage Gavan.
Yeah. It's really funny that we never thought of that.
Oh, I never thought of that. I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, that shit hit me like a brick when they did it.
Yeah, I'm like,
Of course they did. Okay. Of course they did. Also, that means they named him Rage Heartbeat. Yeah. Incredible. I do really like that, but obviously setting up with the hey, we've seen Def Gavan's signature, time for you to go. And then we get obviously a pretty sick fight, 3v1. It is always fun seeing the coordination here to make the fight look effortlessly in the direction of the guy fighting 3 people. You see him use one sword to block multiple of their attacks a bunch of times. He kicks a lot. I thought that was interesting because it literally block sword, kick him, block sword, kick him. There were a couple times where we just kept kicking him.
Yeah. Oh man.
But overall, a fun fight.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I think we actually do get to see. I keep forgetting Satsuna's superior's name. But we actually do see I forgot what the logic was. It's she's able to be inside the ship, and when it travels the universe, but she's not allowed to be outside of it without a special suit.
Neither is he. I don't even think the suits. I think it's Reiji and now Raya's constitutions that let them exist in the other worlds. I think basically the ship probably we're just going with because it can travel as a coating, but outside the ship you can't survive in a different universe's atmosphere or something like that. So yeah, we get to see her. Obviously, we're gonna see her actually travel with them for a little bit, which is kind of what we've been wanting, also.
Yeah, exactly. It's the thing that I've been one of the many things I complain about with this show is the fact that we don't get to see the all 3 universes really collide. We're just jumping back and forth between 2 universes, even though there's multiple universes. Actually, that's another thing too. I think when the show started, we saw maybe only outside of the ant. Did we actually see how many more Gavans did we actually see?
I think it was just the ant.
It's.
And I think it's telling you that I think the ant was just there to imply to us that there are more Gavans, even if they're not going to be actually involved with this story.
But yeah, it feels like kind of like one of those weird things where it's like you play an RPG, or okay, maybe I'm only just picking on Persona with this one, where it's like, oh my god, everything is happening in Japan only,
I
and
mean,
it's like this worldwide like problem, but everything only happens in Japan. Like it basically feels like, oh my god, all this stuff is happening across the multiverse, but everything's only happening in these three places.
yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, now we have 4 with Raya's universe as well, but that I think is what I was telling you. I think we talked about this like really early on, where I was like, I wonder if they're just going to make it like these 3 universes, if we're gonna get more than that. And it feels like we just kind of aren't. It's one of those things that I'm just kind of like, it's fine. But I do agree that like just because of the fact that they can't actually connect all of them, it's been kind of felt weird, you know? Like, okay, we gotta hang out with this guy. Okay, now we gotta leave so we can hang out with the other guy. It's been very whatever. I do love that we finally get to see, you know, Gavan untransform.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie to you, when I was watching it earlier, one of the things that happened was he untransformed, because we obviously have the Reiji, you know, like call him out on stuff, and he's like, you know, good detective work. He untransforms and he's like holding like the sword to like his neck and like pulling his neck. And when that happened, because it is kind of rainy outside, my fucking power flickered and my shit just turned off.
Oh.
And I was like, you can't just leave me on, so I had to wait for my stuff to reset. But I just thought it was really funny that like it timed perfectly with him speaking back to him in the show. But yeah, obviously Reiji's not giving up here. We get a whole new I do love that we got that info when they retransform this time. We get the Gavan the Gavan trigger info, where it's talking about how he's taken out all of the like tracking software and stuff from the suit. Makes sense. I like that he like jailbroke the suit. It's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, like when we first saw like, you know, the scars of Gavan, and we realized that like, you know, from that episode, like, you know, he did just like the reason why he has that awesome scar is because he was pulling out the tracking. Like that's super sick.
Oh yeah, and I do love the way that like where like the visor of the suit is gone, there is a thing that almost looks kind of like a skeleton eye. Like it's like part of like mechanics for the lower layer of the helmet. I think that looks fucking awesome. The Gavan suit may be just my favorite one out of the Gavans we've gotten. Second only to the Ant Gavan, because that was crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, like it's actually really cool that, you know, we actually do get like, you know, the ground fight, and then we actually do like get like the kind of sick mech fight, which is really interesting. And also, yes, in my mind, I'm like trying to hold back, like saying, oh my god, AV Unit 01.
Yeah, the purple and green definitely gives Ava vibes. I do like that we got like a full mech fight. We haven't gotten any like big fights with the mech. Again, I feel like on some cases like we're doing stuff and then we're like kind of wasting our time in some places. Like I'm still really disappointed that we had the like Gavan Raya turns big only to like just kind of hold the guy in the background and like not actually fight or do anything cool.
Yeah, but I mean, like honestly, like this one was actually like narratively kind of cool, like because like it was, I think, in his base, we do get to see
we follow him into Maku space, because obviously you know Reiji's jumped in after him. He's kind of got himself in a pickle. We have him, you know. We find out that his power has a name, and it comes from the star at the end of the universe or whatever, the black hole, and it's like Maku Nochi or something was like the translation I was seeing. But then obviously, you know, he's gotten himself captured. They run in after him, and we get like the sick mech fight while Reiji's trying to break free. Obviously, we get to see like the cool use of like all of the different like upgrade units. Which I really liked seeing the fishing one, the one just like grab him, like toss him into a wall.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like we actually do get but yeah, like that fight's like super sick, and then we basically like, just so that Gavan doesn't die, he basically like, jumps into Maku space again, and we follow. It's actually kind of sick.
I do like that. For a second it seemed like they were telling Reiji to get out of there, and he was almost like, I'm willing to stay here to keep this guy in here so he dies.
Yeah.
And obviously they get through Maku space. We end up back in the luminous Gavan universe, where obviously they see the spike in energy and show up to see them. But then obviously we get the thing where we're getting Reiji hesitate to kill him right at the end as Gavan Raya shows up and just immediately goes for the kill. You know, because from his universe they've gotten full jurisdiction, kill on sight. Reiji does not. He wants him to pay for his crimes. And also, he gets mocked about his predecessor as well. And then he calls on the being that gives him power and escapes with that. And, we get to see like the commander from Reiji's universe be like, I don't remember what it's called, like Azovnov or something like that.
Yeah.
A name we didn't want to hear again. This is going to be like the greatest fight we've ever had.
Yeah.
And we just kind of ended off there, basically.
Yep. Yeah, we ended there, and then like, what was it? The next episode, are we actually gonna get the Pat?
It looks like we're getting a Pat Run episode. That is a conflicting thing to see in the preview. This feels like when we're getting to Ultraman, and we're like, next time the thrilling conclusion of this fight is what we think, and then we get the preview, and it's like, actually, it's one of the special episodes. You're about to get a recap, and it's like, no, wait a minute, you can't leave me on this. But I am excited about a Pat Run episode, so cautiously optimistic. Hopefully, it actually builds off of this in a pretty natural way. But I mean, going after that, talking about almost the most unnatural thing that could have happened to, I guess, everyone in the world in Zets, Project Somnia.
Yeah, and honestly, this is an escalation I kind of was hoping that would happen. Like, it's horrifying.
First of all, starting off on like a sweet beginning to the episode of like, we're all having a shared dream, we're grilling meat at the park, everyone's together, even Kureha's showed up, and they're like, look, you're here as Kureha, not sick, so join us. It's so sweet, it's so adorable, like it's like everyone's happy together. It reminds me of the opening where they're out like in the city shopping, and you're like, oh, they're getting some downtime, and then it's like the activate Project Somnia, and the red snow starts falling.
And then you realize that, if you don't have dream training, you are now being controlled by your dream, essentially.
Yep. You basically got mind wiped from this whole bit. We wake up, Baku tries to call Nausicaa. Nausicaa's like, who the fuck are you, basically? Don't ever call me that. Only my parents can call me that. He tries to find Jimmy, who's been like forwarding at the river, and this guy's like, dude, I don't even know who you are. Please stop getting in my way. He shows him the picture of the nightmare, and he sees like a 2D drawing, and it's like, that's obviously edited, man.
Yeah, like, oh man. Just the whole idea of like, just mass brainwashing, which is Project Somnia, which is honestly something that, definitely makes sense. Like, if you're going to control the dream locally, we're going to control the dream everywhere.
Yeah, incredible. The other big thing here is I was not expecting the fucking VTuber Nem to be this interesting. Like, we saw that, like, oh, we're getting like a 2D like VTuber Nem. I wonder what that's going to be about. And it's because they fucking rewrote Nem to not have really existed in people's minds, so everyone's always thought she was Nemlin, this like 2D fucking idol.
Yeah, and it's even funnier too, because like, we see two otaku dudes who unfortunately will become important slightly later on in the episode. They're like saying, "Oh, look, you could marry your 2D waifu," and I'm like, "Oh, this hurts. This is funny, but this hurts."
It's also really funny seeing the scenes go from like seeing her and then seeing through someone else's eyes, so you're seeing the like 2D her. Those were really sick. I feel really bad. Baku even trying to talk to his sister, and even she doesn't know. And it's like, oh, everyone's fucked. Everyone's fucked.
And it's also like I mean, like, we kind of knew it already that she was just recruited to like watch over him. But it's like, we basically get confirmation later on, like saying, oh, there's only 7 people that aren't affected by Project Somnia. Oh wait, there's one extra. But I mean, besides that, it basically confirms that only the numbered agents actually have the dream train to not be affected by it.
Well, yeah, it was only up the Zets that we have, and then we get basically, the biggest kind of like thing I've seen people talking about, which is Kureha fight. She's been tasked with eliminating them in the dream. Baku's obviously not letting that happen, and it's obviously not going to lose to her with X3.
Yeah.
Okay, so this fight is cool. I do like that, he does manage to talk to her, and it's like, okay, look, this is what they're planning, because, I do feel bad. I want to be with, like, Nausicaa. And then she gets fucking obliterated.
Yeah.
This is, I think, probably what I've seen more people talk about. It does kind of suck.
Talking about it.
Huh?
I was kind of avoiding like saying, "Oh, we're going to get to this now."
No, I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like we have to, because here's the thing: I don't disagree with them. I do think it kind of sucks that out of the other two agents we have, the one that's like the more interesting character is basically being killed off for
Mhm.
like character development for other people, uh, before she really gets to do much herself.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, like, I mean, both of them like didn't really get to do much, so it's like they're not even in the opening, so it kind of makes sense. So we're probably gonna see five die too. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
very
one of
soon.
those things where it's also like we just gave fucking Baku the like omniscient belt, and like we kill someone in front of him where he like can't stop it.
Mm.
I don't know. It feels a little bad. I
Yeah.
do like right afterwards that the way that how they try to stop him from turning into Extreme is basically by turning other normal people against each other.
Yeah. And that's where the two otakus come in. Or they say it's like if you transform, I'm not gonna break the brainwashing.
Yep. It just he just brainwashes them to be like you guys are gonna kill each other, and they just
Yeah.
don't stop. There's nothing he can do to stop them. He has to
Mm.
give up the belt. He has to give up the new capsums. And we're basically back at the start of the bad end. He's like, I am going to make your premonition come true.
Which honestly is such a sick line after all the cool shit that we've gotten since the reset. Like,
Yes, it
yeah,
is an incredible line. It's an incredible thing. You can really see just kind of like three is like pretty evil at this
yeah,
point. You know what I mean? Like at first it was like, oh, maybe he looks evil. Maybe he's like, no, this guy just fucking sucks. He's
mm,
kind of willing to do whatever and hurt whoever it takes. And we kind of end on the gun to Baku's head again, getting flashbacks to the first death. And then preview time. Looks like Nox is finally involved again.
yeah, and yay! I feel like I'm not allowed to make predictions anymore because they're just gonna get twisted. But yay! Yeah, actually no, that thing. Oh wait, no, you didn't show me it. Another Tokusatsu friend showed me it. But I forgot. Is that form I've been seeing the one that looks like a mishmash of everything? Is that Nox's form?
No, I think that's supposed to be for one of the like movies or something.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah,
I don't know the exact thing, but I do know that's not Nox's. That's someone else.
okay, yeah, because I thought it was because it does have the turning belt or whatever it's called. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. My friend pointed it out to me, and it's like, oh man, isn't it sick how like it's like one eye's open, one eye's closed.
Yeah,
Like
it's like the kit bash thing. I had a thing pulled up for it because it's for like the road show or something that's debuting July 24th.
oh, okay, yeah, that's summer movie time.
So yes, it looks like that is just that's not Nox. I think we have a guy. I don't know who this is, obviously.
Mhm.
But I saw people calling this like the ultimate kit bash.
I do really like how it looks. Not gonna lie.
I'm a pretty big fan. I kind of just love the way that it's half and half, but it's like kind of fucked up looking. I like it. This is the one tweet that I was picking about just because of Nox, and it's like Baku plot. God, I can't do anything to stop this. Oh my God, Nox off screen, and it's just a picture of a dude just like staring at his phone super seriously.
Yeah.
And then
Oh
I'm
man.
seeing the quote retweet with it like Nox only shows up to have sexual tension between him and Nem's mom, and that's the realest shit a secondary has ever done. Because have you seen her? I'm with this guy. I agree.
Oh my god.
I love the lady. I need her in the show more.
Yeah, yeah, no, but yeah, no, honestly, the fact that they're finally gonna be able to step in, it makes me happy because, like, we are still only like, what is it? That was episode 36, right?
I think so.
Yeah, like we still have like a good like 2 months left of this show,
Yep,
which
we
is
have
still
about
good to
if
have a lot of
I
stuff.
don't know if we
Because,
got the confirmation on the number, but if as always if we go about 50, so we have about 14ish episodes left.
yeah, which is
Maybe
really
12,
good.
maybe
Yeah,
15.
yeah, which is really good, which basically means that, like, yeah, sure, they may have, like, shown off Extra Dream super early, but hey, this basically means that we could actually have Extra Dream struggle. and I didn't
Yeah,
realize it was gonna be that bad this early. And oh shit.
yeah, and I'm also what I'm seeing is we're also gonna see like Nox and him actually start to maybe work together finally. One of the big things was kind of Nox and the lady in this second like playthrough have kind of been on their own, kind of just doing things on the side. I do think that I agree that I think I've seen some people that like this season wanting to be almost more of like a only one writer season means that Nox and some of the other people kind of get pushed to the side because we're focusing on Baku.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is bad by itself. It just, you know, I like Nox. He's an interesting character, so I kind of want him to do more.
Yeah. And yeah, no, I forgot in the preview. I think did we actually see Zig again too? I think.
We see Zig. That was, I think, another of the complaints that like they killed Kuroha, and I think the joke is that they literally slimed her out, and then Zig is back after dying like one episode later. I don't know if that's gonna be the real Zig. I also don't know if that's gonna be like that's actually Zeke, or if it's going to be something like, you know, with Gav, where Jita dies super early, but we keep seeing Jita in the show because it's like Jeeb imagining her. So I don't know if it's going to be like someone subconsciously imagining Zeke and like that, you know, that being why we see him. I don't know if it's something like, you know, we know the spirit in, or we know the nightmare in that other capsule that the lady has is Phantom. So maybe it's going to take the shape of Zeke or something to just to talk to them or something. There's plenty of reasons for it to be Zeke, like his actor, but not actually be Zeke, the actual character.
True. Especially because like they do keep playing around with the whole idea of dreams and like, you know, how like if we're in the dreams or in the real world. Actually, wait, talking about that, since he wasn't able to use Extreme, that was happening in the dream, right, as well?
Yes, all of this fight was like in the dream.
Okay, so we'll definitely see how this is gonna, like, you know, turn out. So
yeah, one of the things is also because one of the things that I've wondered about, because one of the things is obviously in this show so far, person in the dream correlates to a person in real life. Yeah. But like that's not always true in dreams. Like there's plenty of times that you dream about people who are already dead, already gone. And so I'm just wondering if that's going to be something that we're seeing with this Zeke, where like this is like a dream, kind of like mirage of him that's still left, or if it's going to be something else. And if that's going to be some way to like, okay, well, if we can make a dream in the dream, can we save Kuroha still in some way? But yeah, having her like dissolve into slime was crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it was no, actually it's even more horrifying than that. I forgot. Did you watch Thunderbolts?
I did watch Thunderbolts.
Okay, yeah, because like, okay, so and you realize what they made the Void's powers like kind of based on, right?
Yeah,
like it's horrifying about how, like, you know, the whole idea of like the shadows of Hiroshima is kind of what they did to Kuroha. I'm like, damn, that is. Ooh, that's uncomfortable looking.
Incredibly so.
Yeah, but man, no, it's actually kind of crazy. I mean, like the whole idea of like, you know, having Kuroha like only show for like what, like 6 episodes or so, like yes and no. But I mean, like she wasn't like, number one, she like outside of like the poster for part 2, she really wasn't advertised as much either.
No, and to be fair, I think I've heard that the reason why her character had been like in a coma and stuff and was kind of gone had been for like scheduling stuff with a different thing she had to film.
Which makes sense considering. Like,
and so there could honestly have just been like a, hey, I need to go film something else. I need to go. So they're like, okay, cool. Yeah. We're gonna write in, you know, that because this would have been a while ago anyway, because they filmed this one pretty far ahead. But it would have probably just been her like, okay, I actually do have another thing. Would it be? And they just wrote her out for scheduling reasons. That's possible. I can understand why people are frustrated.
Yeah, it's also because, like, you know, we have like, you know, attachment because they were Rita. And
I'm incredibly really attached to Rita. But it's also like, you know, I like I've told you, I just do want to see more like good female writer representation. I do feel like we got a little robbed in Gav, just especially a damn bubble.
That bubble, the biggest op of
my biggest op in Gav for sure. My biggest op in Gav, and I love Gav for the most part.
Yeah,
but with that, I think we've talked about most of the things we wanted to. We're gonna talk about those next episodes where we got about a month and a half until we got Ultraman 2 now. I think it's starting like early July. So, I mean, things are looking up. We'll be back to 3 shows, maybe 4 if Avalon ever comes back. I don't know what happened there.
Waiting. Yeah, still waiting for that.
And we'll be waiting till it comes out. But as always, thank you guys for listening, and we will talk to you guys later.
Later.
This program is brought to you by
our unending love of tokusatsu.
If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell for notifications. And if you would like to support us further, consider becoming a patron at our Patreon, Half Hour Henshin.
You can get some exclusive benefits, such as your name in the credits and joining our sticker club. Or, if you want to help with a one-time donation,
you can also find us at Ko-fi at Half Hour Henshin. You can email us with any questions or theories at halfhourhenshin@gmail.com or on Twitter at halfhourhenshin.